Hello. This next site that I have decided to use for this project is Duolingo. This is a language learning website. It also comes in the form of an app. It is to learn a foreign language or people who speak languages other than English to learn English. I have used it as both purposes in my classroom. For my middle school ELA class, I have some English language learners who are their English is very limited. And so instead of them doing grammar and doing Latin and Greek root words with my students, I give them different sight words, different vocabulary, and I also do Duolingo switched up where they are practicing listening, looking at, and speaking English. Duolingo is mainly used for my high school Spanish classes and junior high. As you can see, I have my Spanish 2, Spanish 1, Spanish 3, and junior high Spanish classes. They all are given different class codes. I can go through here and I can assign different work. Here's my ESL classroom. I have one. I should have two in there. And I can go through and assign different subjects that they can do. Now this site it's like an app, it's like a game. They get points for answering questions correctly. I find that it's really useful to use top to bottom. I even use it to review some of my Spanish verbs, some of the tenses that you don't use every day, or some of the tenses that you have to really review. For my Spanish classes, it depends on the level. Spanish 3 is more rigorous grammar. Spanish 1 is just basic conversation, a lot of nouns, food, colors, that kind of thing. Spanish 2 is putting together those skills, putting together sentences. You can use it as a classroom. So if I click on here, which I won't because I have student names, but if I click on here, I can see how a student is progressing. I can see if they've gotten their assignments done. I can see if they've went above and beyond and earned extra points. Okay, so I had to take a brief, this is certified educator right here. I had to take just a brief rundown in lessons and answer a couple questions, and then I was a Duolingo certified educator. It wasn't difficult to do. Pretty much anyone could do it. This is your privacy account notifications, Learning Hub, and then you log out. You can create more classrooms if you have more classrooms. You can, like I said, assign assignments. The only obstacle we have is in our district. Our students, they do not get outside email. They cannot email each other either. But when I make an assignment, it disperses through their email. Well, they don't have email, so they have to come in and check the site. I'm going to go ahead and show you what the site would look like for a student, because I do have my account on here that I use to practice some of my Spanish and grammar skills. I also like to race the kids. They'll kind of challenge me in something. I'm 31% fluent in Spanish. I need to work on my Spanish a little bit. I do have a degree in Spanish. But as you can see, it just basically tracks your progress. So I went through all my basics. Maybe I need to work on some phrases. And it's really fun for them. I'll go ahead and take you through this a little bit. Here's common phrases. This would be an example of a Spanish 1 lesson because you have your greetings and your goodbyes. Okay, so if I click strengthen, this is what the actual game would look like right here. I'm going to start practice and translate this text. Okay, and then you type it in and it rates you. Did you get it right? pay attention to the accents. I'm going to go through this a little bit fast so I get the next one.
Días.
It talks to you, okay? I didn't hear it, so I'll do it again.
Buenos días.
Okay, and then I type in what it means.
Yo hablo español.
Okay, so this is basically the Duolingo website. It is free. It comes in an app form. Some of the students get really competitive. They download it on their phone and they can do the same. They can be under the same account as they are at school. You can put it on a tablet or you can just go to the website. I find that I use multiple forms of it also. And it's just, it's a fun interactive game. And my the standard that I'm using for this one is teachers use their knowledge of subject matter, teaching and learning and technology to facilitate experiences that advance student learning, creativity, and innovation in both face-to-face and virtual environments. That is ISTE T.1. I chose this one because this does give me the chance to assign lessons virtually. For example, I'm going to be gone for a couple of days of school next week, but I can still assign them practice virtually, and I know that they will still be practicing the skills that they need to advance in Spanish class. Thanks.